Our research article presentation focuses on the three components of alerting, orienting, and executive attention in older adults. This presentation is by Emily, Mia, and Colleen.
Background and theoretical framework. Attention network test assesses alerting, orienting, and executive attention. There are three main objectives of the study: to determine the reliability, effects, and interactions of attention networks in a relatively large group of non-demented older adults. 2. To examine the effect of chronology age on attention networks. 3. To evaluate the effect of blood pressure on ANT performance. Participants are enrolled in the Einstein Aging Study, a longitudinal study of aging and dementia. Participants had to be 70 years of age and older, live in the Bronx County, and speak English.
Research question and hypothesis. There was found to be two research questions. These consist of 1. How does chronological age affect attention networks, and if there is a link between age-related decline and executive function? In simpler terms, that means how does getting older affect the brain's attention systems, and is it connected to a decline in decision-making and self-control abilities? Is there a relationship between age-related decline in executive function to cerebral hypoperfusion and low blood pressure? In other words, is the decline in decision-making and self-control with age linked to reduced blood flow in the brain or low blood pressure? Their hypothesis was, when consistent with executive function decline in old age, increased chronological age would be associated with worse executive attention. They also found that low blood pressure would be associated with worse executive attention.
Experimental methods. Participants were determined to be cognitively normal. Blood pressure measurements were taken in the morning with a 2-minute delay between each reading. Medical history was taken to calculate a global disease status summary score. In the ANT, a target stimulus that points leftward or rightward is surrounded by two flankers on each side. There were 3 flanker types: neutral, congruent, and incongruent. There were 4 different warning cues: no, center, double, and spatial. The participants were tasked to report the direction of the central arrow by pressing the left mouse button for leftward arrows and the right mouse button for rightward arrows.
The authors found that the attention network test demonstrated high reliability with a 97% accuracy rate. Reaction times were faster for congruent trials and slower for incongruent ones. Age significantly impacted executive attention, with adults over 80 performing worse than those aged 70 to 79, supporting theories of prefrontal cortex decline. Low systolic blood pressure was linked to poorer executive attention during conflict resolution, while diastolic blood pressure showed no significant effects. Alerting effects were diminished in conflict situations, and while alerting cues helped with congruent trials, they did not benefit incongruent ones. However, enhanced orienting effects in incongruent trials suggest that the aging brain may recruit additional neural resources, such as the parietal regions, to compensate for cognitive decline. While these compensatory strategies may help, they are not sufficient for individuals with low systolic blood pressure, as reduced cerebral perfusion likely contributes to cognitive inefficiency. These findings have important real-world implications, particularly for clinical practice and cognitive health in aging populations. Maintaining optimal systolic blood pressure is crucial for preserving executive function, as low systolic blood pressure may increase the risk of cognitive decline. Regular monitoring and management of blood pressure could help mitigate these risks. Additionally, intervention strategies such as cognitive training programs targeting executive function and efforts to improve vascular health may support brain function and enhance cognitive resilience in older adults.
Lastly, our discussion question for the class is, considering the research presented, how might age and blood pressure interact to impact attention networks?